Hey guys, how's it going? This is Dilmer again, and welcome back to my channel. So I've been thinking about the next topic, and the topic that came to mind was to basically talk about patience and why we're not patient enough when it comes to making games and releasing games, and basically what happens is that we make a game, we work really hard, we are super tired, release it, it doesn't get any downloads, so we pretty much just give up right away and say, no, this is too hard, the market is basically saturated. And we come up with all these excuses that really at the end of the day, it's what it's basically holding us back. And I'm gonna be as honest as I can in talking about this, because this is what I do, this is what I love. I'm super passionate about making games. I'm as passionate about making games as many of you are. But it all comes down to being patient. You have to be able to develop that. You have to be able to wait it out. But at the same time, when if you release a game and it doesn't do well, it doesn't mean that you're gonna sit around and wait until you get one download. No, that's not what I mean by being patient. Being patient means to me, you're gonna make a game, you're gonna make a decent game, and you're gonna work really hard. You're gonna get a really good team, and you're gonna release it. You guys are gonna do great, but it might not give you basically the amount of downloads that you were expecting to make it a sustainable business. And instead of giving up, what I recommend a lot of people to do, and this is what I do, make it part of your portfolio. I mean, this basically talks a lot about you as a person. You might not be able to go full time right now, but you might be able to find a really good job related to your field, related to, if you're a great developer, if you're a great artist, if you're a great full stack developer. All of those things really matter when it comes to, making a game. So if your first game doesn't do well, it's okay. Work on your next game. Something didn't work last time, your artist didn't do, a good job, then get a different artist. Your game didn't get enough downloads, okay, find somebody else that can give you better analytics, better, gameplay. Try to do as much as you can to make the game better. So if you worked on a game before and it didn't do well, there's a big list of things that you can do to improve on the next game. And that's what I call, a retrospective. Make sure that you're looking at things that didn't go well. It's always great to look at good things, and if you're working on a small team and who actually did amazing, recognize that and gamify that. Take him to lunch, give him something that will get him excited, get him a new computer, get him whatever it takes to get your team motivated to do well. Try to do that. So going back to patience, it's just a process, and I've been doing this for the last 5 to 6 years, and some of the games that I didn't do well. They didn't really get any downloads, but I'm super proud of making those games. And to me, at the end of the day, it's not just about the downloads, it's about the experience. I've been meeting people, amazing people in the industry. I've been meeting a lot of you on social media. I get to know people that without releasing those games, I wouldn't really have credibility. So making a game is not just about the money. It's not just about, releasing the game and things don't do well and talking crap about it. Make sure that you always have, good takeaways from releasing a game, and enjoy the process. It all comes down to, what you actually did and how hard you worked through making that a reality. So one thing that I also recommend people to do is just be consistent. If you're making a game, you release a game, and a lot of people take breaks, and in my experience, it's okay to take 2 to 3 weeks from break on a break and work and jump into the next game. But if it's more than that, I find it really hard to go back in and focus on making a game. It's like I basically lose direction. And if you can't really do it, if you can't really come back to making a game in 3 weeks, or whatever the time is that works for you, make sure that you're writing down your mission. So if you're making a game and you really want a studio, write down what your mission statement is. And it doesn't need to be very, very complicated. When I say about a mission, I'm talking about, what your goals are as a studio. What is it that you really want to build? And, it's funny that I have a little sticky note in my car that says that one day I'm going to have a recognized game studio. It's going to be a really amazing indie studio. And I look at that sticky note every single day I get into my car. Even my wife, when she gets into the car, she smiles at me, and I know she does it in a great way, but other people don't see it that way. But at the end of the day, who has to believe in your idea, who has to believe in your dreams, is you. You're gonna be the leader of your company. You're gonna be the leader of your team. You might be a solo developer right now. That doesn't mean you're not gonna have a big company at some day. Just work a little bit every day, add value to your games every day, make better games, make better gameplays, make better experiences. And by all means, if you're starting small, another recommendation that I do, make sure that by all means you keep your game simple. You don't need to make a complicated game in order to make a great game. A lot of games started pretty simple. A lot of ideas started from just simple and stupid mistakes. A lot of mechanics come out, as stupid mistakes. I made a lot of games from stupid mistakes. So make sure that you do that. I'm not saying make stupid mistakes, but I'm saying keep your games as simple as you can, because with simple games you can basically test, if a user like that mechanic. If you start getting too complicated, it's really hard to manage, especially when you have a small team. If you have a bigger team, if you have a bigger budget, go for it. If you've done this in the past, by all means, this is what you should be doing. But if you're starting small, make sure that you're keeping things small. So thank you again, guys. I really appreciate your time. I love that you guys are watching the videos and you're providing me a lot of information about the videos. If you find that anything needs to be improved, or you have a new topic or any new idea, let me know through the comments, because I read every single one of those comments. And don't forget to share these videos, send it to your friends, send it to somebody that you think this will be valuable for. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you, guys, I appreciate it.